I mean, it's terrible. I don't even care about the item they took because it's replaceable. What message are you sending? It's like flashbacks of what happened previously. What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Ashley and I am a mother to 2 kids and my husband Derek, who is very active on social media with me as well. If you're not following us here on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. I post a lot of lifestyle videos, stories like this one that I'm gonna be telling you today. I like to do a lot of mommy content, organizing, cleaning, stuff like that too every now and again, but also just family fun. So make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not. I am gonna be telling you a very crazy story today, and it's kind of like a lot of pieces to the puzzle. So bear with me as we get through this because there's a lot of details that I don't want to leave out because it's all very crucial to why this happened. So a couple years ago when we lived in Kansas, that's where we're from. We're now living in Florida, but we lived in Kansas and we were living in a really beautiful home in a really nice neighborhood. And we had just had a newborn baby. She was probably 3 or 4 months old. She was 5 months old, okay, so pretty young, and she was still sleeping in our bedroom. And my Nana and Papa were in visiting us for the holidays. So we're in this beautiful home. It's 3 stories. My Nana and Papa were sleeping in the basement. We were sleeping upstairs where all the bedrooms were with our newborn baby in the room. And then our 3-year-old was sleeping in his own bedroom. And it was a normal night. We all went to bed, no big deal, just like normal. We all went to sleep that night. And I woke up first that next morning. I walked downstairs and every cabinet door was open in our kitchen. Things were destroyed. My purse was gone, my Nana's purse was gone, our flat screen TV, our smart television was gone, computers were gone, my iPad, probably so much more that we didn't even realize, but anything of worth was gone. Hold on, Derek's calling me. All right, thanks. I'm actually in the middle of a YouTube video. You want to say hi?
Hello, YouTube. Alrighty, love you.
Love you too.
Love you.
I said love you too.
Oh, okay, bye.
Bye. Anyways, I woke up the next morning and the place was destroyed. Everything of value was gone. I went into the garage, you know, I actually went and woke up Derek first off and my grandparents, told everybody what I think had happened, and we went into the garage. The garage door was cracked open. My husband's car door was open. So these people had come and robbed our house. I don't know the correct terms. I know there's like a burglary, which is what I'm pretty sure is what it actually was. That's when they break into your house without permission and take things. We called the cops and these people had hit up multiple homes that night in our neighborhood. We called the police and they had told us that they actually caught the guys that night. They actually stole a car that night. It was our neighbor's car 2 doors down, which is crazy. They broke into their house and took their car keys. So they didn't like hotwire or anything like that. But I mean, it could have been ours. They could have gotten our car keys. They just happened to not find them. Anyways. They took our neighbor's car and they crashed the car, and the cops caught them and found all the stuff in the back of their other car, and it was a mess. It was a mess. And it turns out these people were armed, they were on drugs, and they were younger. I think they were like 19, 20 years old. So adults, but very, very young adults. And it was 2 guys who did it, and it was very traumatizing. Very, very, very traumatizing, especially at 5 months postpartum. I was already kind of just a mess in motherhood and really struggling, especially that first year with a baby and having a 3-year-old. I felt so violated, the fact that my son's room comes before our room in that house. So I don't know, so they could have come upstairs. They could have seen us. Who knows what happened. My son could have gotten up and went downstairs. We could have been downstairs and they were armed. So many different scenarios run through your head, and it really freaks you out that something like this could happen or that somebody would do something like that. And you know, I didn't want to blame Derek. He had left his car unlocked that night and the garage door opener was in the car. So I never thought something like that. You think, you know, my house is locked up, we're good, but they came in through the garage and the garage door our door to get inside was unlocked. I don't even think it had a lock on it because nobody's supposed to break in there if your doors are shut, your garage doors are shut. It was really scary, and we wrote a letter to court and things like that to help convict them and, you know, lengthen their sentence, because I don't know if they were trying to get out on bail or something. I don't know. I don't really know how that stuff works anyways. But we did do what we could to put these guys away, or serve their time, because it hurt us, and I'm sure it hurt a lot of other people that they robbed as well, because it's terrifying when your personal space and your things are violated, especially with young kids who would be defenseless in something like that. That happened 2 years ago, 2019, I guess 3 years ago now. And I was never the same. I was really reluctant to actually get out of that house, even though those guys were put away. Just knowing that house had been robbed, and it was kind of a bigger house, so I just would hear things and everything freaked me out. I never wanted to be home alone. It really did traumatize me for a while, and it changed the way we do things, the way we live. We try to be very secure with things now, and, you know, make sure everything's locked up and we're safe. And about 6 months ago, our iPad was stolen from us. So, another person robbed us basically. And just to tell you guys this story really quickly, because it's actually quite interesting. They took our iPad, which I have on my Find My Friends, so I can locate it. We tracked the iPad to their house, and we told the cops that. The cops went and knocked on their door and asked about it, and we weren't there for that, but the cops said that they brought out their own personal iPad and it wasn't ours, because I gave them the VIN number. My husband and I ended up going there the next day and knocked on the door, but nobody answered. And the iPad is shut off. We can't track it. I've reported it as missing, so it locks the whole iPad up. So even if somebody does have it, it's useless. They can't even use it. So who knows if it was at that house or a neighbor's house, and they just didn't want to give it back. But that happened recently as well. So fast forward to this last weekend. So 4 days ago on Sunday, we went to bed that night like a normal night. My husband is the one who locks up everything, the house and things like that, shuts the blinds, makes sure we're all safe. We go to bed, and we're kind of up late that night, up till like probably 12. I think Derek was up till like 1 a.m. And we have air conditioners outside of our house that make a lot of noise. There's noises and stuff. We still sleep with the sound machine, or at least my kids do, not really in our bedroom anymore. And I woke up the next morning, I made my coffee. I walked over to our sliding glass doors to go sit outside to drink my coffee, because it was a really nice morning. And my daughter's pink princess castle was missing. There was toys kind of all over the floor. The pink princess castle, which I'll show you guys right here, was gone. And our screen door was cracked open just a few inches. Somebody stole it. Somebody came into our lanai and took our daughter's castle. And I mean, it's terrible. I was really upset. I don't even care about the item they took because it's replaceable. But why take my daughter's pink princess castle? What message are you sending? Are you trying to say like, ooh, look what I can do. I'm gonna do something worse next time. You know, it's like flashbacks of what happened previously come back into my head. Were they armed? What was their intent with this? Like, why us? Nobody else reported in our neighborhood that anything had been stolen. Nobody else's house, just ours. So we called the cops, filed a report and everything like that. They looked for fingerprints. They don't think that they tried to come into the house at all. They actually, secret, Derek left our truck unlocked that night, which had one of my purses in there. The purse was empty, but the truck was undisturbed. Nobody tried to get into the truck. They didn't try to get into the house. They just came in the back lanai and took my daughter's pink princess castle. So we went to our, what are they called? So we live in a neighborhood where there's like an office. So we went to the office and told them what happened. And you know, we've had a lot of construction work in our area. There's a lot of maintenance workers and stuff. So not to talk crap or profile or anything like that, but that was like kind of, you know, who would know that we have a princess castle in our back lanai? It'd only be somebody who like sees it occasionally or has seen it before. So, you know, she was wondering if maybe it was somebody like that. You know, ultimately we decided that we're just gonna lock things down even more than they already are. So we reported the incident. Everybody in the neighborhood was notified of what happened to keep your eyes peeled. I ordered 2 cameras from Amazon. I ordered 4 signs to tell people that we have cameras and a security system, and basically just don't break into this house because we will catch you. And we do have a security system, we just didn't have cameras. But I was so upset, like so devastated. I told Derek, I was like, I never want to be home alone now. I'm just freaked out. I want to get out of this house now because the fact that somebody would come and steal from us, knowing where we're at, was really upsetting to me. A lot of our neighbors have Ring doorbells. We asked everybody to check their doorbells to look to see if they could see a car that drove by our houses or anything that would show us that the person, so that we could catch them, because we are determined. We do not want somebody loose out there. A couple days later, we are all going to the gym as a family, and I walk outside and our neighbors and our office manager are standing across the street and they wave us over. So we go over there and they point into the woods, a wooded, grassy, tall grass area. I don't want to say woods because it's not like a bunch of trees. It's like tall grass, kind of like those Florida, like where alligators live area. Pointed in there, and sure enough, I saw a tiny little glimpse of pink, and I walked up closer, and in the jungle area is Presley's pink princess castle that she got for Christmas, the one that I thought was stolen from our lanai. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I kind of felt bad. We notified the whole neighborhood. We filed a police report. I called Derek out there and I was like, look what is right there. What the heck happened? Did somebody break into our house? What happened? So, you know, we thought back to a few days ago. What could have happened? Why our locked door was opened, and it looked like somebody had forced it open because there's a bend in the little metal part. But come to think of it, a couple days ago, Florida had extremely strong winds. There was even a tornado in South Florida. I believe it was in Naples. I'll put it here on the screen. There was tornadoes in Florida. There was wind, high, crazy wind. And my conclusion was that the wind had caught our lanai just right and opened our door, and the castle flew out and then across the street into the wooded area, into the grass. And Derek was still pretty set on no way, because our door can't open like that. I'll show you guys the door. It locks. It doesn't open like that. Derek seriously thought there's no way that happened. Somebody had to have broken and took it and tried to put it in their truck, and then it flew away. I'm pretty sure that's what Derek still believes. I don't believe that. I think the wind blew the door open and the castle just squeezed through there with the force of the wind. Maybe the door wasn't shut, it was locked, but maybe it wasn't completely shut. I don't know. But moral of the story, nobody broke into our house. I think. I don't know. I don't think anybody broke into our house, guys. I think that it was a very unfortunate, mistaken error that I had immediately jumped to the conclusion that somebody broke in, because that's what's happened in the past. But it might have been the weather and the wind, and it just opened it and it brushed her castle away. So anyways, we are now going to get the castle out and hope that it is still intact, in good condition with no holes, but it doesn't look very promising. That is the story, guys. And here come the kids. I would love to know what you guys think. Do you think that somebody broke in, tried to take the castle, but it was too windy and it blew out of their hands? Or maybe they were coming to take more, but they just bailed because of the wind? I don't know. Or do you think that the wind somehow opened our locked screen door And this castle that's too big to fit through the door somehow just squeezed through and flew across the street. You know, just a reminder to keep your stuff locked up. You can never be too safe. You'll never regret buying cameras or security. That's the story of how our house was broken into, but not by a person, by the wind. But yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think.
By a tornado.
Yeah, by a tornado. I'm super curious other people's thoughts on this, or if this has ever happened to you. You thought somebody broke in, but they actually didn't. That concludes my YouTube video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up because I need the encouragement after feeling so embarrassed blaming somebody else in this world for something that they didn't do. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.